Dexter Lawrence and the trade request. KB, what was your immediate reaction?
Well, my immediate reaction, like off the jump, because I was working when it went out, so I was like looking at my phone, just like looking through like Twitter notifications or whatever, and I seen it happen. I was like, oh my god, wait, like Mayday, 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 emergency meeting, freaking Among Us. But looking at everything, and then how everybody was breaking it down, and just kind of going through the thought process, I think it was bound to happen. I think it was, and on top of that, I'm not even worried that he's going to be traded. I'm really not. Like in the beginning, of course, you hear that one of your best player, if not the best player on the entire team, is demanding and asking for a trade. We've seen it with other NFL teams, right? We've seen it with other NFL teams where the relationship has completely fallen apart, and there's a lot of turmoil, and it causes them to kind of part ways. This, to me, after all the information, was just squeaky wheel getting the oil type thing, in my honest opinion. It's like the only way for Dexter Lawrence and his agent to get their attention is to request a trade. So now you could put a little bit of pressure on, and then of course him saying that he's not going to show up to camp until it happens, kind of puts a little bit of pressure on the front office and its resources that they have, and his resources he deserves. This isn't a situation like, let's say freaking Darius Slayton was holding out, right? Let's say Darius Slayton was holding out for a contract extension. Then we can say like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Then we're gonna trade you or cut you or get rid of you. When it comes to Dexter Lawrence, he's worth the money, and on top of that, he's not even asking to break the market. All he's asking for is what he's due. And that is right around the 30 million mark. He's being paid 21 per right now. An extra 9 million for the best nose tackle of all time, in my opinion. He's trending in that direction. Is worth it. Is worth it. An extra 9 million to make him 30, 31. He wants to be somewhere around that range. He's paid the 11th. He's paid like the 11th best defensive tackle in the league right now.
No, 12,
that is
12.
12.
11 guys ahead of him.
Yeah, 12th. You got random dudes. You got guys that aren't even in his stratosphere being paid more than him, okay? So if I'm his agent, because I know this was his agent's doing, not more so Dexter Lawrence, but his agent. If I'm looking at the average salaries, I'm like, yo, Dex, we can make more out of this. Like but we have to do something drastic. You can't just go to the table and say, hey, Joe, I want a contract extension. That's not how it works. Even if you guys are cordial, even if you guys have a good standing relationship, there has to be some give and take. There has to be some risk to it. And there has to be a sense of urgency too. You could say you want a contract extension and they push it off until your contract's over, So I like what him and his agent did, and it's gonna benefit the team because I think he's gonna get extended.
I'm trying to let me make sure I'm counting this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So I'm gonna share my screen here.
Some of them say 11, some of them say 12. I noticed that.
I'm going off of over the cap. What's so funny? This is hilarious. Leonard Williams, who had the best year of his career, is right below Dexter. He's just one spot behind, which is hilarious. We could add both of them still, Mr. Joe Shane, Mr. Ho Shane. But let's go ahead. Let me share the screen right here. You guys can see my screen, right? Bam. Let's look at it. Chris Jones, understandable. I mean, I still like for the years where Dex was at the top of his game, and we will talk about essentially how last year he was not at the top of his game. We're going to talk about that because this topic, I'll be honest with you, KB, like I said, I had a feeling we are going to be on the same page. This topic is actually going to be more along the lines of discussing what fan sentiment is surrounding Dexter Lawrence because it's really taking a turn. But we'll get to that in a second. Chris Jones, understandable. He's Chris Jones. He's making 31 and $750,000 million. I actually thought he'd be making around 32. Milton Williams, he got that because he was the next guy up last year. Dex is better than him. Jordan Davis, the only people that think he's better than Dexter Lawrence are Eagles fans. Zach Allen, good, I guess, not better than Dex. Not better than Dex. Not better than Dex. Not better than Dex. This might shock people. Based off of last year, he had a better year, but I still think Dexter Lawrence is a better player. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at Jeffrey Simmons, but Derek Brown is a good player, too. I was looking at Jeffrey Simmons when I said that. He had a better year last year. I think Dexter Lawrence is still a better player overall. Definitely not better than Dex. Not better than Dex. Now, remember when Commanders fans were trying to have this argument with us a couple years
Oh
back.
my god, that
That's
quickly
not
just.
long ago.
I can't believe Deron Payne is still like playing for them. Like I don't even when I think of the Commanders, like Deron Payne does not even show up in my mind at all.
Yep. And then here we go. Dexter Lawrence. It's getting the same as the Ron Payne. I counted it right before I shared screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He should be right below Chris Jones. He should be right below Chris Jones. And if that means making 30 mil a year, I don't care. You know why? You know what? I think I could go right here. Yeah, let me go to cap space, bro. Let me go to cap space. Let me go to the Giants. Where are we? Bam. Look at this, guys. How do I go to the next? I haven't used over the cap in a minute, bro. Okay, bam, right? Look at the salaries we have on book next year. It is literally this past draft class and this past free agency class. We have no money. We have no money on 2028, basically, except for the past rookies. There is nothing
2028, I
preventing
think
us.
Bobby Skinner. I think I saw Bobby Skinner post.
Yeah.
In 2028, the Giants are projected to have $200 million.
Well, I mean, what does it say right here? What does it say right here? Projected, yeah, 204 mil because
Oh
we don't
my
have anybody.
God.
I'll give listen, we've. It's not like we did it throughout the entirety of his career, but obviously more recently because of team performance and draft results and free agency results. At least myself, I've clowned Joe Shane a lot. I'll give him credit for this. He came into a horrible cap situation. This is one of the best cap situations you could have. Whereas literally next year, we don't got to go to 2028. Next year, the only people on the books are the draft class and the most recent free agency class. That makes sense. There's space for Dexter Lawrence. 2028, there's space for Dexter Lawrence because it's literally just Abdul Carter and Tremaine Edmonds. I'm sorry, and Jackson Dart. Nobody else has a guaranteed salary in 2028. It's not anything about the money. We have more than enough money to pay Dexter Lawrence. Dexter has 2 years left. What I think it should be is that it should be a restructure on the remaining years and an extension, maybe like a 2-year extension. So instead of him having 2 years left, he has like 4 years left, and they can work all the magic that Don Aponte was brought into work, like void years and all that stuff, and transferring guarantees into bonuses that are basically guarantees, like showing up to, I don't know, showing up to mini camp or something. Like these are things they can do. There's no reason to not pay Dexter Lawrence from a cap space point of view and from a salary cap point of view. Essentially,